The labor market is shifting. Let's look at the three big trends: casualisation, the gig economy, and pay inequality, and what they mean for Australia's future prosperity.
I have a full-time job, 38 hours a week, regular pay, sick leave, superannuation. I pay my rent, bills and savings. I'm employed.
I was at the site all day yesterday. What do you mean the DA is not approved? I spent 3 hours teaching you. I work 2 shifts a week. I want more hours, but the employer says we don't have them. I'm underemployed, man. What are you on about? Like, get out.
Been looking for a job for 6 months. I go to interviews, I get rejected. In the end, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
We measure these states so governments and organisations can respond. The Australian Bureau of Statistics, the ABS, gives us monthly data that policymakers can rely on. The headline indicators are the unemployment rate, the proportion of the labour force who are jobless but are actively seeking work, the underemployment rate, those employed but wanting more hours, and the participation rate. How many working age people are working or actively looking for work? These numbers tell us the economy is creating enough jobs whether people are able to join the workforce.
Numbers help, but remember, each percentage point is thousands of people, families, the working man, all reduced to numbers.
No, I know. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get enough hours. I need to buy groceries to feed my family. How's that going to work? Well, no, Greg, you told me the same thing last week. Well, how do I know? I'm unsure. Like, I've got debitors to pay as well.
Casualisation means more workers are on casual contracts with no guaranteed hours or paid leave. For employers, it's flexible. For workers, it creates income volatility, makes long-term planning hard, and reduces access to benefits. If too many jobs are casual, household consumption becomes unstable, and that can slow economic growth.
The policy debate: should we protect people with traditional unemployment benefits like JobSeeker, or consider a universal basic income, regular payment to everyone?
Unemployment payments like JobSeeker provide a safety net for people actively seeking work. They give intermediate financial support and stop people falling into crisis. Recent indexation and reforms have increased payments modestly, helping recipients meet basic costs.
But critics say generous unconditional payments could be expensive and might reduce incentives to work for some people. They worry about funding, whether higher taxes, spending cuts elsewhere, or borrowing would be needed.
Security supports a job search and retraining. Evidence suggests poverty increases social costs, health, crime, and poor education outcomes, which all have long-run economic costs. Targeted supports can raise people's living standards and productivity.
UBI proponents argue for dignity and simplicity, but UBI is expensive when paid to everyone. Some propose compromise, better job seeker rates, improved services to help people find quality work, and targeted measures for families and careers.
Uber.
Yeah, for 5 million.
Welcome, sir.
I don't know how it's going to work. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing. Keep driving.
Okay, sir.
I told you to be here in an hour. Where have you been? Drive faster.
Bye.
Oh, just told me about it. It's hybrid cameras. Yeah, they can't drive.
Uber. Come.
Oh, Damien, mate, where have you been?
Things getting ready for the smoky.
Yeah, I know. I told her to be here in an hour. Keep driving. Yeah, she better be, right? We've got 5 million on the line.
When I first arrived, I had qualifications. Employees could read my transcripts, and my English wasn't perfect. The jobs I could get didn't match any of my skills. I studied and retrained, but for those first 2 years, they were hard. Rent, bills, they don't wait. For people from non-English speaking backgrounds, the barriers are structural: language, recognition of overseas qualifications, and sometimes discrimination. The result is underutilization of skills. highly skilled migrants working in low skilled roles. That wastes human capital and reduces living standards for those people and for the wider economy.
But when barriers are removed, migrants raise productivity, start businesses, and fill skill shortages. The right policies harness this potential.
My colleague and I do the same job, but they're paid more because of gender, contract type, or negotiation power. That's not just unfair, it's inefficient.
Okay. $5. Damien got more than me.
You'll probably make more in your country. Jab, here's your weekly pay. Great job, you've done a good work. Ava? Yes. That's yours, bro.
How come I only get paid?
Well, that's why women in workplaces don't really match.
But my colleague and I do the same job.
Oh,
But they're paid more than me. Is it because of gender or
Tough
contract
luck, I
or
guess.
negotiation power?
I guess being a woman is just like that.
But that's not just unfair, it's inefficient.
But at my workplace, that doesn't happen.
But it's not fair.
If you don't like it, there's the door.
Okay.
Pay inequality reduces overall demand. Lower wages mean less spending by households and creates social divisions. For Australia's future economic prosperity, keeping skills, motivation and purchasing power in balance is crucial.
In my town, a factory closure meant stores lost customers. When local jobs go, local living standards drop. Wages, services, and community spirits suffer.
Nationally, persistently high underemployment means the economy is not using people to their full potential. That reduces GDP growth and tax revenues, constraining public services.
Globally, migration and trade change the skill mix. Skilled migrants boost innovation. International competition can pressure wages in some industries, and cross-border flows matter.
So at every level, employment affects material standards, income, housing, healthcare, and non-material standards, social cohesion, mental health, and identity.